Let's go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the 2023 Virtual Summer Air Festival. Your Virtual Electronic Attack Squadron 129 is proud to present today's demonstration by the Growler Legacy Demonstration Team. The two Growlers and our F8F Bearcat have just taken to the skies from outlying Field Kataisi and are inbound at Burning Lake. You are about to witness a thrilling demonstration of power and the maneuvering characteristics of the Boeing EA-18G. Ladies and gentlemen, as an introduction to today's demonstration, from the left, your EA-18G Growlers and the Split Break! Flying in today's demonstration is Josh Hornet Kruger from Seattle, Washington, and Brandon Duke Bryant from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Both Growler air crews are members of Virtual Electronic Attack Squadron 129, based at Naval Air Station, Whidbey Island, Washington. The EA-18G, a derivative of the Boeing FA-18 Super Hornet, is the Navy's premier carrier-based electronic warfare aircraft. Now, direct your attention to the left, as Hornet executes the Cobra maneuver and demonstrates the power of the Growler's twin General Electric F414 engines in a slow speed climb while selecting full afterburner. With additional fuel injected into the engines, together generating over 44,000 pounds of thrust, this afterburner will provide that iconic noise you will now hear over Burning Lake. Following close and in behind was Duke and Growler 2, sneaking up on you to demonstrate the tactical surprise of the Growler. The job of a naval aviator is not complete until his or her aircraft have landed on the pitching deck of an aircraft carrier. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention now to the left, as Hornet sets up for a simulated approach to an aircraft carrier at sea. Using an optical landing system, the pilot guides his aircraft to a precise location on the carrier deck. Landing on board a tiny moving runway in the middle of the ocean is a skill that has been continuously perfected through a century of naval aviation history. The approach to the carrier is often the most dangerous part of a naval aviator's mission. Landing your aircraft at 130 miles an hour on a few hundred feet of floating steel is extremely challenging. During foul weather and adverse conditions, precise stick and throttle movements from the pilot are essential to land safely aboard an aircraft carrier. As the Growler approaches the ship, the pilot will call the ball, indicating to the landing signal officers aboard the ship that the Growler is on glide slope and has the landing area in sight. The LSOs will keep a sharp eye and assist pilots over the radio when necessary to ensure a safe landing. As America progresses through the 21st century, it becomes increasingly important that we reflect on our nation's proud history, the people, events, and technological advances which have made our country great. With this thought in mind, the Commander, Naval Air Forces, developed the Tailhook Legacy Flight, a dynamic flight demonstration program designed to keep naval aviation's ties to its proud heritage alive and viable. Under this program, vintage warbirds from naval aviation's past are flown alongside the high-tech weaponry representatives of present naval aviation. Through these unique formation flights, we hope to provide inspiration for the men and women who currently serve, while attracting the best and the brightest of our next generation of young Americans to join the future ranks of naval aviation. The aviators who fly these vintage warbirds have joined the Tailhook Legacy Flight program to continue sharing naval aviation history with us here today. Now, Commander, Naval Air Forces is proud to present the Tailhook Legacy Flight. On the first pass, the formation will parade past Show Center for the photo pass. Get your cameras ready, as more than 75 years of naval aviation history passes Show Center. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Tailhook Legacy Flight. Leading the three-ship flight today is the F-8F Bearcat, flown by Daniel Panic Clark of Seattle, Washington. The F-8F Bearcat is a single-engine carrier-based fighter developed in World War II. Today's F-8F is painted in Blue Angel colors. The Blue Angels used the F-8F Bearcat from 1946 to 1950. Flying on both the right and left wing of the formation are the E-18G Growlers, the premier electronic warfare aircraft of today's naval aviation. Coming in from crowd left, you may have noticed that our Growlers have extended the tailhooks on their aircraft. This next pass is a salute to all of those who have served and currently serve this great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the Tailhook Legacy Flat Pass. Setting up in front and to the right, our formation of two Growlers and the Bearcat will now reposition for a head-on pass, which will give you an outstanding view of the business end of these preeminent fighters of their respective generations. Pointed directly at us now, ladies and gentlemen, from directly in front, the Tailhook Legacy head-on pass. Now, folks, on the final pass, the Tailhook Legacy flight will pass show center from behind and overhead to perform an opposing pitch-out maneuver. After performing the pitch-out, our vintage Warbird will continue its downwind turn and complete a high-speed pass from left to right, prior to returning to outlying field Kataisi. The two EA-18G Growlers, which will initially pitch out in opposite directions, will climb into the vertical and achieve proper separation for individual flip turns prior to repositioning for their next maneuvers. Ladies and gentlemen, as Panic starts to bring his aircraft back around to enter from the left, let's give a big round of applause to today's Tailhook Legacy flight. Now, dropping in from high and to the left at high speed is one last glimpse of that beautiful Grumman F8F Bearcat. This will be your last photo opportunity to capture this vintage Warbird during today's demonstration.
You can't stop us, we can't be stopped. Feel that smoke rise.
2 Growlers are now repositioning in front of the crowd to perform an opposing split break. Each Growler will approach show center and execute a 45-degree bank away in opposite directions, pulling 7.5 Gs. During this maneuver, you'll be offered another good look and feel of the raw power which each Growler can produce from its powerful General Electric engines, which help the aircraft survive against any potential threats by the energy provided.
She's a 10 hell bent, I'm in heaven tonight. 6-speed sex scene playing out in my mind. One look, I'm hooked, motor running. Revved up, my heart started pumping. Are you ready for the best damn ride of your life? Give me a hell, give me a yeah. Stand up right now and give me a hell, give me a yeah. Stand up right now, give me a
Both Growlers are now repositioning themselves crowd left for individual tactical pitches. These maneuvers will further utilize the aircraft's ability to point its nose rapidly, continuing to demonstrate the power and maneuverability of the EA-18G.
She screams, keep it coming. Are you ready for the best damn ride of your life? Give me a hell, give me a yeah. Stand up right now and give me a hell, give me a yeah. Stand up right now, get ready to go. She ain't
Dropping now onto the line from low and to the left, Hornet and Duke with the tack pitch.
begging for more. You better hold on tight.
The EA-18G Growler, effective and suitable under the Navy's electronic warfare mission, has been a valuable asset to the United States aerial fighting force since 2009. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to turn up the volume. Inbound for passes down the show line at speeds of up to 650 miles per hour. Hornet and Duke will light the cans inbound for the high-speed pass.
Stand up right now and give me a hell, give me a yeah. Stand up
The maneuvering characteristics that you have seen are only a fraction of the aircraft's combat capabilities. Along with jamming pods, the Growler can also carry AIM-120 AMRAAMs and AGM-88 arms, aiding in the aircraft's survivability and overall capability in a combat environment. We hope you've enjoyed today's Tailhook Legacy flight demonstration and have gained a better appreciation for and understanding of the rich heritage and continuing development of Navy carrier aviation. For those of you in the crowd who represent our leadership of tomorrow, we hope you've been inspired by what you've seen here today and will consider joining the Naval Aviation team. Ladies and gentlemen, for one last time, let's give it up for Hornet and Duke and the EA-18 Growlers as they approach from behind and overhead for their vertical send-off. On behalf of the United States Navy and Virtual Electronic Attack Squadron 129, thank you for coming out today and enjoy the rest of the show.